All right, what's going on? Hell yeah, I'm back. It's been a while since I last did one of these episodes on my own. Uh, but you know what? I've been fucking lonely, and I haven't been getting the chance to talk to a lot of people. So, fuck it. I'm gonna record a video of me just talking to myself while I play one of my favorite games in the world. So we're doing this. This is Mega Man 2. This is I don't know, dog. It's got to be like top 3, top 5 favorite games in the world. And of course, we're gonna start by Metal Man. Not that it matters, not that you give a shit, but like, I think I'm pretty good at this game because I'm gonna be talking. I don't know how good my performance will be, but I guess you'll just have to bear with that. So yeah, I don't know really what's been going on since I last did one of these by myself. I know it was a while ago, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm using these as a kind of like a journal because I'm lazy to write and like I like to play games, so I might as well play games and record myself talking instead of, grabbing a notepad or open a Word document or whatever, right? Shit that's been going on. I moved to the United States. I moved back to the United States about a month ago, and I moved so I could start my program here at a university. Right, I started a graduate program at a university here in Massachusetts, which is kind of what I've been wanting to do for the longest time. Right, I moved back to Honduras in 2018. I think I've talked about this in previous videos. I moved back to Honduras in 2018. I can't get that life yet. Whatever. Moved back to Honduras in 2018. Didn't really have a great time. It was nice being close to my parents again, close to my brother and like friends from high school and whatever. Like I had a great time. I had a good time in that sense, but like, I don't know. I felt like I was a little stuck professionally, and just like I never really got a sense that I was doing something that I feel satisfied with, right? That I was like proud of doing. And so I've been trying to get back to the United States for a school program, right? For the longest time. I've been accepted to a couple of programs, but fucking coronavirus hit in the worst possible time. Not that there's a great time for a pandemic, so just scratch that. But bear with me. This is a bit of a stream of consciousness, but Corona hit, and there's never a good time to have a global pandemic, but it was certainly a pretty bad time for us to be dealing with this shit, right? And so yeah, I'd been accepted to a couple of programs, but because of the pandemic, some of the schools that I've been accepted to, that I've been talking to, we didn't really know how to I don't know, pandemic was still something newer than it is now. I know it's been a year, but I feel like that's not a whole lot of time in the grand scheme of things. Pandemic was kind of new, and so we didn't really know how things were going to work in terms of having international students, because classes were mostly going to be online. And there's catches, right? If you're an international student, you can't do all your coursework online. So for a variety of reasons like that one, my coming to the States for my program got delayed until now. But I've been here for just about a month now. And I don't know. I'm certainly absolutely happy that I'm here. It's sorry, I got distracted trying to make that jump, making sure that I made it. These guys are killing me. Yeah, it was a struggle to get here, right? It's never fun to move in the middle of a global pandemic, right? But I'm happy and I'm here. I'm doing a program in higher education and student affairs, which is kind of everything I've ever wanted to do, right? And so, don't get me wrong, I'm absolutely fucking happy that I'm doing it now, right? And I'm satisfied, and I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. He was bound to kill me there. I don't know if I have any more lives. Okay, I think I have the one more life. I'm gonna try to kill him on this one life. We'll see how it goes. I wouldn't have it any other way, right? And it's weird to say that because I gave up a lot of shit to be here right now. I gave up a decently paying job that I had at home. Not whatever, right? It's not about the money. It's just about the comfort of knowing that I was making a steady income. And I moved out of the comfort of my parents' house, which, having been at college on my own for just about 6 years, from 2018 through 2018, from 2012 through 2018. Like, it just changes, right? It's hard to move back to your parents' house, be back under their rules and whatever, and like kind of being catered to. Like, of course, I don't want to sound like an asshole here. Of course, it's nice to be catered to and like not have to worry about as many things as when you're by yourself. But it also made me feel like I was taking a step back, right? Because at the end of the day, the responsibilities that I was taking made me feel like an adult, made me feel like a grown-up, right? So going back to like kind of like what my lifestyle looked before I even left for college was always a little weird. So fuck it, man. I don't even know where I'm going with this shit. I forget what my train of thought was, but I was at home and I know that I wanted to come back. And yeah, you know, like I gave a lot of stuff, a lot of comfort in coming back here to the United States, especially in the middle of a pandemic, being close to my parents, the comfort of a decent job, right? But I wouldn't have it any other way, man. You know, like I'm finally doing something that I feel proud of, right? I'm finally doing something that I feel deep down I've always wanted to do. I'm a graduate resident director at one of the residence halls here at this university, and I, you know, like again, part of why I like higher education is because the student-facing component. And of course, it's gotten kind of weird with the pandemic, right? I supervise a group of RAs, and I haven't really like been able to like spend a lot of time with them, get to know them better. I've barely even seen their faces, and that's of course, it's difficult, right? Like it of course makes me a little sad. But I don't know, man. Even with that, like I still know that I'm doing what I've wanted to do for the last 4 or 5 years of my life, and I think that's valuable, right? But as I said before, it hasn't been easy, man, because for a variety of reasons, right? Of course, global pandemic, and that's hitting. That's something that we're all dealing with, and we're all dealing with it in our own ways, right? Like it's something that none of us have ever experienced, and so it's something that none of us really knew how to cope with, and that's totally it's understandable, right? But one of the things about the pandemic and moving here in the middle of the semester is that I haven't had the chance to meet a whole lot of people, and it's been lonely, dog. You know, it's been lonely. I think I said at the start of this video, I haven't really had the chance to talk to a lot of people, and so that's kind of what prompted me to start this video, right? Just have a chance to, you know, put my voice out there, and like the 17 of you who consistently watch my videos or whatever, you know, can get to hear kind of what I have to say. Not that it matters, right? Not that anything I have to say matters at all, but like, it's just nice to get it out there in some capacity, right? It's been lonely, dog. I miss seeing people. I like to consider myself an extrovert. I think I'm an extrovert, and I like, my energy usually feeds off like the energy of the people around me, right? And so I'm starting to resent that, you know, I spend a lot of time on my own, which is like fine. I'm all right with, I consider myself an extrovert, but I've always also been all right spending time on my own. But yeah, I don't know. It's been difficult. Not only that, but also there's been a lot of shit to catch up to, man. You know, like I started my job here as a graduate resident director back in January when I was still at home. And like, sure, I got trained a little bit, but like it wasn't ideal because I was remote. And with this kind of job, there's so many things that go, you know, so many components about this job that like are so hands-on, right? There's only so many things that you can do with this kind of job while you're remote. So not only that, but also there was a thing about my classes, right? And the thing about my classes was that like, you know, when the semester started, I couldn't be sure that I was going to be able to move to the States for my program, right? Because I had to apply for a student visa, and like I didn't know what that situation looked like with the global pandemic and everything, right? Like I don't know if there were going to be any hurdles or anything. So, you know, I just didn't commit very hard to my classes. I didn't spend money on the textbooks, and I didn't spend a whole lot of time thinking about the bigger assignments that were going to come up later in the semester, because at the end of the day, I wasn't sure if I was going to be here, right? And if I couldn't move to the States, to do my fellowship, to have this job as a graduate resident director, I was not going to be able to afford my program at all. So I would have had to, either withdrawn from my classes, whatever that might have looked like. I would have had to withdraw from my classes, and for the longest time, for a good month and a half, having to withdraw from classes was a very big possibility. Hell, when I was applying for a student visa, there was like a week or so where my application had been straight up rejected. Right, I checked on my application process, and it literally said that that I'd been rejected, and that was, it was tough information to digest. At the end of the day, it wasn't a big deal. They basically only wanted me to come into the embassy to have like an in-person interview, which is whatever, right? Like, it costs a whole lot of money, and that's kind of bullshit too. But like, whatever, right? Whatever, we'll deal with it. But yeah, I guess the point here is that I wasn't sure I was going to be able to come to the States to do my program. And so I didn't commit very hard to either my classes or my job, right? Again, I didn't commit to my assignments and spending money on textbooks for my classes. And I didn't commit on learning everything about my job, because not that I wasn't committed, it's just there's only so much I could learn and do while I was remote, right? And so as happy as I am to be here, man, because I fucking am, like, there's no denying that. Like, it's been fucking hard, man. It's been hard. I miss seeing people. I've seen my colleagues like at most like fucking like 3 times at most. My professors, I've only met with one of them, and it's been via Zoom. None of my classmates, I don't think I've met. Well, because a couple of my colleagues are my classmates, so I guess most of my classmates I've never met in person, beyond the ones that are my colleagues, right? So it's been difficult, man. I miss people. I miss talking to people. I don't really know a whole lot of people here. Not only that, but and this is, don't get me wrong, I don't blame the school about this, right? But like, the fact of the matter is that I haven't received a whole lot of I didn't receive a whole lot of fucking orientation before or upon arrival. And I get it, right? Like, I don't know, the school probably had never accepted a student to come in the middle of a semester, in the middle of a pandemic. So like, I understand that they might not have known or realized what my needs were, right? But the fact of the matter is that I came here, I don't have a car, I don't know the area, I have an apartment, right? Like, sure, I do have a little bit of a fucking a meal plan, right? But like, it's kind of limited, so I can't count on doing all my meals in the dining hall. Not only that, but like, the dining hall is kind of far too. It's a bit of a walk. So like, I don't want to count on always having to walk fucking 10 minutes or whatever to get there. So like, and there's shit that I needed from my apartment too. My apartment is kind of furnished, but like, there's a lot of stuff that, damn it. There's a lot of stuff that like I still needed to buy, and it was hard to like acquire all that shit when I moved here in the middle of a pandemic, and I had to be in quarantine for a couple of weeks, and I don't have a car, right? Not only that, but like, as I said before, I don't like being catered to, so like, it was always difficult for me to like ask for help, right? Like, I never really felt comfortable like messaging people. And again, right, like, this is not the school's fault. Like, there was plenty of people who like offered me help, right? Like, dude, if you need anything, let me know. And I'm super appreciating of that, right? I appreciate that and everything, but like, maybe it's just who I am. I was embarrassed, I was shy to like take them up on their offers for help, and I try to figure a lot of shit out on my own, right? I think it's a combination of things, right? On the one hand, the school and the program and the department not knowing, and it's fair that they don't know the needs of an international student moving in the middle of a pandemic, right? I totally understand. Fuck it, even I don't know my needs, right? Like, there's shit that like I thought about earlier this morning that I needed probably, like fucking, I don't know, like a kitchen towel. I got here and that kitchen towel was the last thing that I thought about, but I fucking need one. I don't need it, but like, it's super convenient because it's an apartment and I might as well have one. and it makes my life a whole lot easier to have a fucking kitchen towel, you know. So that's the kind of thing, right? Like hell, even I don't know my needs as an international student moving in the middle of a pandemic. So, you know, on top of all the schoolwork, on top of all the work that I had to learn how to do, I still had to navigate my life here, right? In this new school, in this new city, in this new country, during a time where it's not advisable to like actually see people, right? Like maybe if it was some other time in our world history where like it wasn't a problem, or like it, you know, like it was safe to just like be around people all the time, you know, where you didn't have to like double doubt yourself whether like, fuck, should I go see this person? Like, I don't know, should I go to this place right now? Is it going to be crowded? Am I going to get sick? Am I going to contract the illness, whatever, the virus? But that's where we are, right? And so for a lot of these reasons, right, I avoided being, I haven't avoided it, I don't know. I guess I haven't been as open to like taking people up on their offerings for help, or maybe I've just been shy because again, I feel weird being catered to. I don't know. Fact of the matter is, there's been a lot of navigating that I've had to do on my own, and maybe I wouldn't be doing it on my own if I just asked for help. But it is what it is, you know. I've made the decision to like try to do things, figure things out on my own, as many things as I can, and only ask questions when it's been absolutely necessary, you know. And when I have had to ask questions, people have been there, and it's been great, you know. And I definitely appreciate it. But fuck me if it hasn't been hard, man. You know, lots of things to learn. Schoolwork, you know, I haven't been to school in like fucking, I don't know, 3 years. It's a lifestyle, you know. You have to have a lot of discipline to be in school, to make sure that you're not falling behind on assignments, and make sure you're doing all the reading so that you can participate when you're in class. And yeah, you know, that's kind of where I'm at. Again, you know, I'm really happy that I'm here, and I'm grateful for this opportunity, right? Because again, it's pretty much all I've wanted for like the last few years of my life. And you know, I'm hoping things will get better in terms of like the pandemic and whatnot, you know, like at least even marginally, where like it'll be safer to like be around people, because I do really think that I miss that. I do really think that I need that. And you know, like I'm sure I'll get more used to this lifestyle as well, right? I'll get used to my job. I'll get used to the everyday things that I have to do for my job. You know, that's even something like, there's a lot of systems, right? Like a lot of like computer systems that I need to learn for my job, that like I have to always keep asking questions, and it's just awkward. And I understand, right? Like whenever someone starts a job, it's all about asking questions. I guess the weird part is that I came into this job in the middle of the semester, as opposed to having had the chance to like be on full training like in the summer or whatever, you know. So again, you know, like I know I'm hopeful. I guess my biggest takeaway here is that, you know, I do think that I'm having a good time, right? As hard as it's been, I do feel like I've had a good time. And even with all the bullshit difficulties and whatever, right? And so that just makes me feel that things can only get better. You know, all the difficulties that I've explained, you know, however long this video has been going on for. Even on top of all of that, I'm happy that I'm here, and I want to be here, and I'm proud that I'm here, and I want to keep improving and everything, right? So like, I guess I just feel some weird kind of hopefulness. I guess I feel some kind of hope, right? That like things are just some kind of hope, some kind of optimism that things are bound to get better, right? Like if I'm having, as hard as it is, if I'm having a good time now, shit, man, imagine when like I can go out there and safely be around people again, and meet my classmates in person, and actually be able to hang out with my classmates, and be, shit's just bound to be a lot better, you know. And so I don't know how long this video has been going on for, but I've been talking for a while, and I've been 3 Robot Masters, and so I'm gonna stop here. I don't know that I'll keep going for now because I don't know that I have a whole lot more to talk about. I just kind of want to get that shit off my chest. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I don't know. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I hope you're doing all right, man. I hope you're safe. I hope your family is safe, and I hope you're doing all right. Peace.